Hey guys, coming up is a guided tapping for worthiness. So if you can improve on your worthiness, and if you're human and breathing, you can, this is a good episode to check out and tap along to. If you're driving, please don't close your eyes when later on I tell you to close your eyes, and only tap if you can do it and still drive safely. But also do it when you can get home and relax and really get into it. Okay, enjoy.
What's the biggest obstacle to getting what we want? Limiting beliefs and expectations created by our past experiences. These limits create a subconscious attraction of what we don't want and block what we do want. But we can turn it all around with a powerful tapping tool called FasterEFT and leading-edge law of attraction principles. In this podcast, life coach Mark Shahada explores both of these subjects with guests, as well as performs tapping demonstrations and sessions. Listen in and see for yourself how it all works. Welcome to the Tap It Out podcast.
Okay guys, we are going to tap on worthiness. If you're not familiar with tapping, go take a listen to episode 4 of my podcast called How to Tap on Yourself Faster EFT Style before you continue on here. So a feeling of unworthiness is really at the heart of all our issues. We all want to feel good, confident, abundant, make money, be fulfilled, healthy, successful, and loved. If we don't feel worthy of the things we want, then no matter what we do, we will either sabotage ourselves or we might have temporary success only to have it eventually go away. When we feel worthy, things just seem to work out for us. We go for what we want. People are attracted to us. We get the best ideas and inspirations. So it's a very good idea to tap on our worthiness issues. So this episode will focus mainly on one memory, even though this memory can represent all other memories that are related to your unworthiness. So a good idea is to make a list of memories that made you feel unworthy and go through this episode for each one. And if this sounds like a lot, remember that each memory you work on gets better and dissipates faster than the ones before. Okay, let's start. I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. Reach into your memory and think of something that happened that really made you feel unworthy. Maybe it's what dad said to you that time, or mom, or a teacher, or someone you looked up to. Maybe it was when you were younger and there was a group of kids that didn't want you in their group. Maybe it's something you've been trying for so long that you just can't seem to be successful in, and it makes you feel like a complete failure. Think of anything in your past that really made you feel lesser than, not good enough. Maybe you can't remember a specific memory, but it was something that was said to you over and over again. Step into it and hear whatever you heard, like those hurtful words, and see what you saw, like that disappointed look, and feel all those feelings. Or maybe you can't remember anything specific, but you just know you feel unworthy of attracting a relationship or having success or losing that weight. That's okay. Just step into that unworthy feeling. Now do whatever you need to do to make it stronger. The stronger you make it, the more we can tap it out. So we don't want to make it too big where you're really upset and you can't handle it. I would leave the big ones like that to a practitioner, but just get it as strong as you can make it and still handle it and be in control. Now, notice how strong it is from 0 to 10. And notice how you know it bothers you. Now, take 2 fingers, tap between your eyebrows and say, I'm eliminating all sadnesses, fears, emotional traumas. Now the side of your eye, all angers, resentments, guilts. Under your eye, I release and let go all judgments, abandonments, betrayals, collarbone, helpless feelings, hopeless feelings, feelings of no control, rejections, frustrations, what they said, the words, what you made it mean, that look, feeling lesser than, like a failure, like I don't measure up. All those times I felt unworthy and everything else. I let it all go, and as I do that, my whole world changes. Okay, take a deep breath, blow it out, and say peace. Okay, now I want you to go to a happy memory, a good memory, something that made you feel love or proud or peaceful. Maybe the first time you held your baby, or how about that pet you adore, or being somewhere in nature that was beautiful and relaxing. If you can't find a happy memory, just make something up and make it great. Okay, now step into that happy memory and just notice everything that makes it so wonderful. What you are seeing, hearing, feeling, smelling. Take your time and really be there. Now notice how good that feels, and I want you to send it to the memory or feeling that made you feel unworthy. Send it like a powerful light beam of good feelings and love to you in that situation, and notice how the unworthy feelings start to dissipate. That's right. Now send that light beam to whomever is there with you and allow everything to change for the better. Remember, that memory isn't happening anymore. You are right here listening to me. You are just recreating it in your mind. And since you are recreating it, you can think of it in any way you want. You are in control now, not whoever or whatever made you feel unworthy. Now check in again to that memory or feeling again, and just notice how it's changed. Now notice what's still bothering you, rate it 0 to 10, and tap and repeat along with me. This time just move to the next tapping point whenever it feels right. Start tapping and say, whatever they said, whatever they did, I let it go. They were hurt, insecure. Otherwise they would have been nicer to me. They did the best they could. I did the best I could. Maybe I can forgive them. Maybe I can forgive me. I release and let it all go. Okay, grab your wrist, take a deep breath and say peace. Now go back and notice what's left. Tap again and say, this remaining feeling, whatever I'm making it mean, whatever I see, whatever I'm experiencing, all the sensations, I'm letting it all fade away. Far, far away. I let it all go. Grab your wrist, take a deep breath and say peace. Okay, check in again. And at this point, it's likely that you're experiencing it differently now. Whoever is with you might even be changing. Maybe it's hard to see now. Maybe what they're saying isn't even bothering you now. Maybe their expression is softening. Just allow it to all change for the better. If you're not there yet, no problem. You'll get there. Now go into that happy memory again. Step into it. Really feel good. And gently zap whatever's left that is still bothering you with that powerful light beam of healing and love. Remember to get everything in the memory. Change it all. Now check in again. If it's not 0 yet, tap with me and say, I release and let it go. It's safe to let it all go. It's not happening anymore. They aren't doing it to me anymore. But I'm still doing it to me. I just didn't realize it. Nothing went wrong. I forgive me. It's all okay now. I take the gifts and let go of everything else. Now I want you to think of one of the funniest scenes you've seen in a movie. What made it so funny? Watch it now and allow yourself to laugh at it all. At this point, there's a good chance that it's a 0. If it's not, no problem. Just pause this podcast, do another round of tapping, and just say, whatever's left, I release and let it go. I let it all go. It's safe to let it all go now. grab your wrist, take a deep breath, and say peace. So do these rounds until it's a 0 and come back and finish this podcast. Okay, now that the memory is not bothering you anymore, I want you to change it to how you would have liked it to happen. Remember, consciously you know what really happened, but your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what is really happening or what happened and what we are imagining. So give yourself permission to imagine it with a great outcome, something that makes you feel really good. If someone said something that made you feel unworthy, have them say something and look at you in ways that make you feel accepted, appreciated, proud, confident, loved. Allow yourself to change the whole situation to make up a brand new, awesome story. So do this 3 times, and each time make the story so much better. Okay, now write down this new awesome story and practice it 3 to 5 times a day for the next week. Just spend a few minutes. It doesn't have to take long, and don't make it a chore. Make it fun. As you consistently practice these new stories, you are etching it into your brain, changing your neural pathways and creating new ones of worthiness. And when you do that, your whole world changes. You should start to notice people responding to you differently. Opportunities will start presenting themselves to you. Things will start to work out for you more and more. Just lightly and easily expect these things little by little, without attachment to anything happening. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please share this with anyone you think can use it, which is really everyone, right? Okay, if you want to be the first to get more great info like this, subscribe to this podcast and come join a great community of FasterEFT tappers and Law of Attraction peeps at my Tap It Out Facebook group. Just go to facebook.com/groups/Tap It Out. Or search Tap It Out in Facebook and find the group. I am looking forward to meeting you. Okay, thanks. Talk to you next time.
Thanks for joining us on the Tap It Out podcast with Mark Shahada. We hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next time.